It's the Diaz Show. Welcome back, everybody, for another lovely edition of our beloved show. I, of course, am your host, Diaz. With me, as always, are my two very good friends here. Over on the ones and twos, we got Mr. Shampoo Master.
Hey, buddy.
Good day to you, sir. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
I can't even begin to tell you how awesome I am. It's a good day.
It is a good day.
I didn't even have to use my AK.
No. Breathing. It's awesome. I got the red stripe.
Ah, it's beer. And you know what they say about beer? Hooray, beer.
Hooray beer.
Right on, joined by our friend Mr. Red Stripe. I love that. Across the way here, with a very professional-looking setup here, we got my my best friend in the whole wide world, Mr. Cake.
Oh, how you doing, man?
I'm doing freaking amazing. It's again, it's a good day. It's the best way that I can explain how today went.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited as well. I'm thrilled to see you using your lovely new setup here.
Everything finally came in.
Yeah, it's very
100%
nice.
legit.
Put that in front of the
broadcaster now.
microphone here. Let's let them see the whole arm.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Ooh.
Don't fade out of my music there, Shampoo. Keep that music going.
It's chilling.
We're feeling good today.
It's chilling.
In fact, we might
it's
even play the
hanging
song
out.
again. I might play the song again.
Okay.
We'll see. Keep it going. I'm feeling the groove tonight. This is good shit. Got my since we're on now Twitch TV,
We are.
decided to make things a little more video game themed. As you can see, my hat, Aperture Science, Portal 2. You know, that's how I roll. For those of you that are listening on the old iTunes, you can find us through the Diaz Show or any other way that you found us, maybe through Podbean or whatever. You can join us live whenever we broadcast on twitch.tv/the_Diaz_show. Very easy, very quick, very fun. As you guys can see, if you look over at our Xbox here, well, only you guys can, we've got the Xbox streaming our very beautiful faces right now. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Hi, TV, Xbox, computer, whatever. So there are so many ways that you can check us out. So please go out of your way a little bit. Come see us. Tell your friends. We've got everything going really, really nicely nowadays. So
The best way is probably Facebook. Just to like us on Facebook. That way you will always be up to date on when we go live.
oh, indeed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's start getting into the show here again, guys. It's been a good day. The studio's all set up. We've got our visual medium. It actually worked again this week.
Yeah.
Consistency is never something that the Diaz Show has ever been known for.
Never.
So it's nice to see everything working nicely. The desk is clean. It's weird. Like normally it's very cluttered up in here.
Very.
And I don't know what it is today. Like it seems very neat, very tidy. Even though there's some wires here. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I spent the entire day cleaning the studio.
Well, I think it has to do with we're having a very special guest next week.
We are having a very special guest next week. Are we allowed to? Are we allowed to announce it?
I think we might as well.
I think we might as well.
Who are we having?
One and only Jared Stradling. Vine's own Jared Stradling. Oh, yes.
Jared Time 182.
Jared Time 182. Go ahead and is that what his name is on Vine?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure. I will find that out.
No idea. Find that out because I want to make sure we definitely send some followers his way. Let's be honest. He's going to be sending followers our way. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Hopefully. That's all. That's the best we can hope for out of this situation. But he's going to be joining us next week. We do have a set date already. It's going to be Wednesday, the 20th
It
of
is
August,
yes.
2014.
And it is Jared Time 182
Is that right? Okay.
on Vine.
Yeah. So he's going to be with us next week. We're going to be having a nice special episode.
The world famous.
Yes, indeed. I think he's got a handful of 1,000 followers.
300 plus.
Maybe he's got like 5 or 6 followers.
Yeah. Times that
Perhaps
by
more than that. Yeah. So
20 plus thousand.
It was nice. We actually got a chance to catch up with Mr. Stradling over the weekend. You know what? The fact that I don't have a job, like I don't even know. I don't know what the week is, what the weekend is. So, what was it? What date was it? Was it Saturday? Yeah. It was a Saturday. So last weekend we had a chance to check in with Jared, and we went over to Four Peaks.
Diaz and Cake did, of course. They totally didn't invite me.
Okay, so
you were invited.
You would have been invited. This has nothing to do with my hatred for you. First of all,
not according to
a lot of things. A lot of things can be attributed to my hatred of you, but this is not it. You've got the strangest name in Facebook on there. I'm not going to say, just in case you don't want the hordes and hordes of fans coming to stalk you. But I didn't even know it was you for a while. I thought that you deleted me off of Facebook for a good long while.
He had to text me because I told him,
Yep.
I told Diaz to talk to you on Facebook to make sure that you were all good to go for a show. And he's like, I can't find him. I think he deleted me.
Yep.
I'm like, no, his name is this. And then he was like, oh, there he is. What happened to your Shampoo Master Facebook account?
Well, it's still there, as you see when you click onto it. My alias is Shampoo Master.
But you had two.
Yes.
You had your real-time one, and then you had your Shampoo Master one. Have you joined the two now?
Well, I mean, the actual Shampoo Master Smith one, I haven't been on there, I think, in a good 2 years. It's been a long time since I've actually gone on there. I might try to strike it up again.
Why don't you strike that up? You need.
I don't even remember what the hell password or email or anything I put on.
You can reset the password.
I can figure that shit out, I guess. But
of course,
my actual account, my one account that I use is actually, the name of it is my spicy Latin bartender alter ego name.
Ah,
yes.
And how do you pronounce that?
Justo
Pájaro.
Yes.
Because everybody can pronounce that.
Totally.
Or search for it.
Pájaro.
Yes.
You should work on changing that.
Okay.
This week.
Well, apparently the
tomorrow.
chat isn't working on Twitch.
Why not?
I don't know. That's
Did somebody let you know?
Yeah, somebody did let me know. Apparently you're unable to connect to the chat. Well, isn't that just sad news?
It's working just fine for me.
Is that right? Well, that's because you're just on the thing. See, it says you can't even connect to it.
Aw.
You don't have to approve people, do you?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it's one of those.
No, I made sure the
option
option was not checked for people who have to have a verified email address in order to chat.
Well, so far, I'll tell you what I am. I am liking the layout of Twitch. Of course, we did just come from Justin TV, which was Twitch, or other way around.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's good. It's a little bit more well known. I'm proud to say, hey, I'm on Twitch. We're on Twitch now.
I'm very excited.
As well as iTunes, two very prestigious names in the technology community.
We are back on iTunes.
Back on iTunes. Yes, we are. So everything's back up. We got it.
And Podbean.
Yes, indeed.
That's
Podbean.
Wow, I gotta say, and thank you to all the people that are downloading us, that are listening to us, because I'm beyond impressed. In the last 5 days, we've gotten over 1,000 listens.
Yeah,
I'm blown away.
Oh, it's huge.
I mean, I expected, of course, for you guys to check us out, but man, that's a lot of listens in 5 days.
I think a lot of that has to do with the Laborless magazine community.
Well, actually, if you look at the individual plays of each one, there's some that have played more than the Laborless.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think the Laborless crowd, they definitely have come and shown in full force. So thank you, Laborless crowd. Thank you.
But it is a quality product.
It is. It is a very quality product.
Granted, that audio was recorded 2 years ago, almost.
It was still
Just
good.
coming up 2
It's
years.
still a good show.
Oh,
It's a great
fantastic
show.
show.
I was drunk as hell.
I think it's one of our best shows.
I still won't listen to it just because I was so drunk. It's no.
No, I also have to give a huge shout out though to my best friend PJ. Him and we stayed up more than 24 hours getting that audio, getting the video. It's up on YouTube. If you just search the Diaz Show on YouTube, you'll be able to pull it up. He did all 3 segments of the show. We did a slideshow with pictures he took. We synced up video that he took to our audio. He spent a lot of time on it, a lot of effort. So I definitely want to thank him on doing that. But we were just going at it, full head of steam, trying to get our get everything back up and running. For
I love the shit out of his band too. Flying Scorpions.
Have you listened? You listened to it,
dude? I seen him live, man. He's fucking awesome.
Have you actually seen him live?
Yeah.
When?
Well, fuck, man. I think that was
Was it Yucca Tap Room?
I think so. Yeah.
Did you talk to him?
No, I
Nice.
didn't.
Oh, you were scared?
I was kind of scared.
Aw.
He's a celebrity.
I'll let him know.
We listened to his CD too on the rooftop that night too.
We did.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Diaz got a free CD as well.
You know what? I haven't listened to
course
it
you
yet.
did.
Of course not.
Boldly lied to his face. Hey, I'm going to put this in my car when I drive home from Tempe.
I
to
never said
Phoenix,
that.
and
You
did.
said no. You
You-
guys
you
said
said,
no.
I'm
You
gonna-
need to put
I'm
it in. Listen to while you drive home. I was like, okay.
He said, I'm going to do that.
I didn't say I was going
He
to.
didn't do that.
Flying Scorpions are
Of course
cool.
I
He didn't do that.
But I felt like a piece of shit because as I was cleaning today, I actually wanted to listen to it, and fucking I was too lazy to go out to my car to get it. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Diaz really doesn't
I got
listen to
you, PJ.
anything other than like film scores anyway.
No, it's
Oh,
good.
shut your mouth.
But yeah, check them out though. Facebook, Spotify, any of your other audio listening streaming places. Flying Scorpions. Just good old rock and roll.
Yeah, I did actually. I said I didn't watch the Laborless show, but I was watching to see the how he matched up the video to the audio, which of course was perfect.
Absolutely.
And then I listened to the song at the end, and I was like, yeah, fucking A. It was beautiful.
Worked great.
Brought a tear to my eye.
Absolutely.
So it's God, guys. It's so nice to have everything back on track.
Absolutely.
It really took us a minute this summer. I just had to keep. I texted the shit out of you guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go. For once, it was my stupid lazy ass driving the the charge here. But you guys really have shown up in full force. You guys and the fans. So thank
Absolutely.
you everybody for making this possible.
Oh, for sticking around.
Yeah, it's. Considering how inconsistent we've been, you guys have been insanely consistent. So
That will all
Thank
change now.
yeah, I mean this is the big drive for the big time right here. You know, this is it. We're going for it this time around. So expect that consistency, and we will absolutely rise to that challenge and be there for you guys.
Maybe.
We're here, so you guys can listen to our dumbass voices. Again, the thing that amazed me the most out of the fact that we got over 1,100 views. Who the fuck cares what we're saying? Isn't that like weird? You know,
It is in a way.
we have a microphone, obviously, and we're sitting here talking to each other, and we do this week after week. I for one, don't even think about this as really going out to other people. I talk about it like it is, you know. But when I sit and think about, oh shit, other people are listening to us. Shit, maybe shouldn't have said that. Damn.
Possibly.
For example, when we were over at Four Peaks, and Jared brought up something from the show, I was like, oh fuck, other people listen to that shit.
Yes.
Oopsie.
Yes, they do. But no, that's why we want more people to get involved with our live stream. We want them to come on the Twitch TV feed so we can interact with you guys. Because a lot of stuff that we talk about, it's just our three opinions. We would love to have you guys join us live because then you guys can put in your own 2 cents in the chat room. We're going to get our phone lines back up so you'll be able to call us and talk to us so we can actually have a huge conversation with everybody to get everybody's opinion, to get different views on certain situations because there's times where all three of us have the same or similar view on a topic, but maybe one of you out there who's listening to the podcast might have a different one and you want to share that. Well, we're giving you that opportunity to come in and be a part of our show and give your 2 cents, and we'll make you feel welcomed.
Yeah.
And
then once we're big time, then we'll act like we don't know you.
Hey, and we always have the IM, man. We got the instant messaging in the chat room and shit. So if you have a good zinger,
I thought he was like, hey,
Isn't that what I just said?
let's pull up our
Yeah.
instant messaging.
Or are you talking
Yeah.
about AOL instant messaging?
yeah, that's
we
what
could
that's,
do that too.
You've got mail.
We could have messaging within messaging.
Boodaloo.
Yeah.
Oh God, you remember that, dude? It's amazing if you
Do
really,
I remember that?
if you think back
Do I?
to like how did you learn to type? Like how did you learn?
That
to
was
type?
it. I took a typing class in school and failed miserably at it.
Oh, yeah.
because
Mario
I
teaches
was
typing.
the index finger typer.
Mavis Beacon teaches
And
typing.
I took the Mavis Beacon and I failed miserably. All the typing tests where they laid the piece of paper or cardboard over your hand so you couldn't see the keyboard.
Yeah.
I failed at all those. It wasn't until I got AOL Instant Messenger, would have 5, 6, 7 conversations going all at once.
and you got to be fast.
You gotta be fast. You gotta be
had
like-
to be fast. Had to be fast. And that's That's where my typing came from.
Yeah.
Chat rooms.
Yeah, I was right along with that too, man. I had this stupid ass game. Me and like a bunch of my friends used to play called fucking RuneScape.
The hell is RuneScape?
You guys ever play RuneScape,
No.
man? Oh, it's a fucking terrible waste of time. Don't ever go on there. Basically, you go around, you're like a warrior guy, and you mine a bunch of shit. It's almost
That
like
sounds terrible.
It's almost like Minecraft
Sounds like
except
early Minecraft.
worse. And there was chat rooms and shit, so I had to talk to my friends, and I was in typing class like you guys were talking about,
Yeah.
and I was getting kind of a feel for it, but I didn't make my fucking breakthrough until it was forced, man. I was forced.
Oh, yeah,
I had
you
to
get
go
in those-
through it.
You start
rigorous typing, man.
You start getting in those online arguments with friends, and you'd always lose because you couldn't type fast enough.
Exactly.
You couldn't get your zingers out
Yeah.
fast enough. So you had to learn.
You
Gotta be
had
quick.
That and the Yahoo chat rooms, trying to pick up on.
Was it Yahoo
On
chat
girls.
rooms that you were?
I
See,
was in the Yahoo chat rooms.
I would go with the AOL ones because I would always see the singles and the. I think it was.
the female for female one.
no,
I'd
no,
go
no.
in there, pretend I was a female, trying to get pictures. It never worked.
It was the. I think it was like Alone at Home.
Oh,
Oh God,
There was a bunch like that.
it sounds like it's almost as bad as
Oh, it's
misconnections.
so douchey.
That was the misconnections of the time.
Oh God.
I'm alone at home.
Just go
Oh boy.
type one out with a lovely lady. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Please. There was no lovely ladies on there. Absolutely none at
no.
all.
That was probably my first girlfriend. I actually met.
No.
This is opening up. I don't think I've ever told this story.
Oh no! Here we
I
go.
think there's only one person that may know about it.
Uh-huh.
But no, I met this girl off Yahoo chats. I don't remember which one.
Ooh.
We exchanged phone numbers. We would talk on the phone. She would send cards in the mail back when you had to do that
Damn.
with pictures, not naked pictures, but just pictures of herself, so I could see what she looked like. I would do vice versa. I would go. This was the time my dad got his first digital camera. It was like 3 megapixels. And I would get all dressed up. I'd put on like a nice shirt and stuff.
No.
And it had an automatic timer on it. So I'd go in the backyard, put it on the fence, and then
Sprint over.
And then I would sprint over, hit it, and then I would go and get in place for it. And of course, they were either too left or too right, so I had to do it a bunch of times. So then I would email her photos and stuff. And then we ended up getting caught because at the time she lived in Nevada.
Oh.
And of course, calling back and forth from Nevada to Phoenix and vice versa. Little did I know how phone bills worked at that time, where they showed 3-hour conversation to Nevada.
Oh no! What did your parents say about that?
Well, it got to the point where I think her folks ended up calling my house to try to figure out who it was.
Oh no!
And then we ended up getting kind of busted for that.
So you never actually got to meet her?
Never met her in person, no.
Would you, if the opportunity presented itself, would you like to meet her?
If
God, you
I would
sound like you're
have
about to like pull her out.
yeah. Well,
Where's
we
she-
have a
where's she hiding,
surprise for
Shampoo?
you.
It was me.
Oh shit.
No, but seriously,
pretty girl.
would you?
No.
No,
you don't think so. You
No,
think
that'd
she's
be
a 2?
weird. Oh, it's probably a huge 2. It's probably a big 2.
What if it was like you were like trying to catch like a connecting flight somewhere, and then you were just like in the airport?
I wouldn't even
bar,
recognize her.
like-
Honestly, if I saw her, I probably wouldn't recognize her.
Oh man, how long ago was it? Was it like 5 or 6 years?
Oh, no. Oh, years ago? No, this was, what am I, 29 now?
10.
I was probably 14 at the time. So this was like
Oh,
15
wow.
years ago.
That's dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Was she like 20 or something? Like,
Oh, no. She was, I think she was 16, 17. I think she was like a year or two older than I was at the time.
Supposedly,
Because I'd always lie. Because
allegedly.
whenever you go...
How old did you tell her that you were?
Well, whenever you went into the chat rooms, it was always the ASL. They would always send,
Right.
whenever you got into the private message,
baby,
ASL, what's your age,
ASL.
sex, location. So I was always...
25.
I was always a 16-year-old because I thought 16 was a cool age because you could drive. Well, I was 14, so I thought 16 was like
Right,
cool.
right.
And if I had to take a picture or anything like that, I could probably pull it off. So I thought 16, and then of course male, and then I would always tell the ladies I was in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I don't know why. I don't know why because Hawaii sounds exotic. It was like I'm on the beach all the time. I'm
Kinda
surfing.
like-
Oh, you're
It's kind of far-reaching.
I'm a surfer, dude.
I'm a surfer, dude. I'm on the beach all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
ew.
Her, I actually told I was actually from Phoenix, but no, most of the time when I was just trying to get a little, hey baby, let's let's type this out kind of thing. I was always a 16 male from Hawaii.
Why not, dude? That's
Right.
that's exotic. You got to be exotic.
yeah.
That's the internet.
Oh, from
See, the problem,
Phoenix.
the
That's
problem
the
for me
internet.
is
Ah,
like,
fuck that.
what if I said, I'm from fucking Missouri, and then all of a sudden like, oh, I'm from Missouri too. Oh, let's talk about such and such. I couldn't even fake that. I worried about that lie and not being able to go with the lie.
Because you know damn well they were lying back to you as well.
Well, probably, more than likely. But, yeah, I don't know. I was always afraid that someone was going to be able to call me out on that and be like, oh, you're not really you're a liar. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Go to hell, Diaz.
Yeah, that's the chance you had to take, though. Because there was hundreds and hundreds of other people to talk to.
That's that guilt, man. You got to take advantage.
And this was back
yeah.
before we had to
Come on,
really,
man.
really worry about dudes, like big, hairy dudes, just trying to seduce young boys. I'm sure it was prevalent and it was out there. But, we
I'm
didn't-
sure it was happening. I'm sure that's what your girlfriend was.
Before you,
I talked on the phone.
it's before you didn't have to worry about like chat roulette
Oh.
and stuff like that.
that's-
Didn't
something else.
chat roulette become like a porn service now?
I have no idea, dude.
I think
that
that,
would
like-
be you, dude. You would know all about that.
I
You
checked-
introduced all of us to chat roulette.
I checked into it like it had to be at least like 4 or 5 months ago.
It was. I mean, it was
And
interesting for what it was.
It was like different. You had to like actually sign up for it. I think
It was like
Again,
a
I don't
premium
remember.
service with like all the hot guys.
right? Well, pretty much.
I mean, that's what. That,
8 inches
it was.
and over.
It was a great service. It just turned out to be hog cam roulette.
Okay, so this is going
It's
to
a great idea, yeah, but
It
I
is a
mean,
great idea.
Did you ever
But,
hog
but
cam
when you
Diaz?
mix it
No,
with
I
like
never-
the
I never
oddity
hog-
of the internet, then it gets fucked.
I
So.
never. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a great ideal thought. But
Absolutely,
then
yeah.
But then the internet fucks everything.
The internet
up.
fucks up everything.
Now,
that's for sure.
interestingly enough, on that site back when it was new, I actually did have like I made a friend off of that.
Like a good friend
Not like a good friend, but
of
like
chat roulette.
Yeah, like someone that I actually
like a pen,
talked to
PJ.
like a pen pal
for like 3 months. Yeah, she lived in fucking Brazil.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
That's kind of
Dude,
cool.
oh,
Yes, I remember.
yeah.
You guys would FaceTime
She
each
watched
other.
the show.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like
we actually streamed the show. I think I met her on the show when we were doing chat roulette.
I
That's
remember.
right.
was it like Hawaii, Brazil, or was it like exotic sounding? Like
No, she's still on my Facebook.
oh,
No, PJ made a few friends off that. That's what he
Okay.
does. He's real weird when it comes to that kind of stuff. But no, he would go on there and he'd play guitar and like he would meet other people and then they would play guitar together.
Right.
And he'd just make a bunch of dude friends.
Like it actually is a cool idea
I guess.
as long as you're not just having your hog out and you're just jacking.
True. It makes you actually have to interact with somebody on the fly.
Right.
Because nowadays you can sit in front of a computer, you can think about what you want to talk about, you can think about what you're going to type. With chat roulette, it's boom, there's a person, you got to come up with a conversation.
Right,
You have to
exactly.
do it now, or they're moving past you, or you're moving past them. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess it kind of helps a little bit with the not so interactive society that we live in nowadays.
Yeah, I suppose so. It kind of goes against that grain. Yeah, it's an interesting thought, I guess.
Now, do you do anything like that still?
No, I mean specifically not chat roulette. Dude, I'm antisocial. I mean, we go back to like my gaming preferences.
Are you doing online
I'm
dating?
antisocial and no.
Are you?
I did
Are you
I did Tinder for a while.
No, that they should just rename that. Let's hook up and bang.
Yeah, you know what though? Interestingly enough, the more people that I talk to about Tinder, the more they actually view it as a legit dating service.
You're
Wow.
basing this off of looks.
Right, which is actually
Strictly.
kind of an interesting idea when you look at it. Because look, the way that it works is, you like
But
the
if you're
person.
ugly, you're screwed.
No shit. Why do you think I'm not doing so good on Tinder? There's a reason why I'm not having a million dates every weekend.
Right.
But no, I mean it's I don't know. You still have to be kind of social in a sense, but it keeps it from being like, oh yeah, I'm a creepy dude and I'm just gonna like spam all these chicks. Like chicks actually have to like the dude before they can actually talk.
Well, right, but you
Cool
can.
idea.
If you're a guy, you can go through and just swipe. I like. You can do that 100
All right,
times,
do
and
like
you'll
a-
probably get at least one that possibly says they like you back.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, you do. I've gotten plenty of matches, but I've also gotten plenty of people that haven't responded to anything that I say.
Oh, so once you've gotten to a match,
So of course the chicks.
I
Why would you, ladies?
I've not personally done this. I just know from hearing people. So tell me, Diaz.
So let me tell you.
What is your Tinder experience?
So you like a chick, she likes you back. Oh my God, it's a match.
So you get all excited.
You get the little gray screen that says it's a match. Let's send a message. Yay! And you look through. Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, she's all right. She's like a 7. That's perfect. Cool. Let's send a message. Hey, how you doing? You've got a pretty smile. Let's chat. Blah blah blah. Because perish the thought that a girl could actually reach out to the guy.
Right.
Who does that? I don't even get me started on it because I think it's such fucking bullshit that dudes ought to be expected to do that shit. Hey, reach out to me. Or do I suck that badly? Anyways, you reach out, you say something nice. You say, oh, you got a nice smile. Oh, my goodness, I have this same interest too. Try to make it something that's not, just the run-of-the-mill, hey, let's fuck.
Right.
You want it to seem nice. You want to seem like a gentleman.
You want to seem genuine.
Indeed.
Even though really all you want to do is fuck.
Pretty much. I mean, let's be honest here, people. So then they just either respond, they'll respond, and you'll talk for you'll even talk for a little bit.
Now let me
but
ask
then the
you
next
this.
day, it never picks up.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do they know right off the bat that you are in the chair?
Yes.
Of
course.
Okay. I just wanted to, that could possibly be some of the problem where oh, this dude's pretty good looking, and then they go and they Google or they Facebook.
It's the fat.
Because do you give them your name? Is your name on there?
That's a good question. I think it's just Diaz. I don't know.
I was gonna say maybe they might Google you, and then they're like, oh,
look at this guy.
his legs don't work.
His legs don't work.
Never mind.
Kick rocks. Oh, wait a minute. I doubt that because there's a lot of weird girls that love dudes in wheelchairs. Like it
Yeah, we definitely talked about this before. I couldn't believe it when you first told me about it. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, like if you
it's like a whole market.
You guys know my friend Jim.
It's like a meat market.
You guys know my friend
Dead
Jim.
meat
Like
market.
he's like the primary target
Boomer
of shit like that.
He's
yeah.
a good-looking guy.
Oh, he's
Very handsome.
Flash those pretty
is.
wheeled eyes at me.
Very talented.
Talented like house shampoo. What are you trying to get?
Takes good photos.
He's a very good photographer.
He's a very good photographer indeed.
Belongs in magazines.
But usually when we've talked to him, though, about chicks, he's usually doesn't want to take advantage of that.
He's changed.
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
He's found the way.
I think Twitch is what did it. Because I've known the guy now for 10 years coming up in the next couple of months. It's only been in the last handful of months that I've actually seen him pursue women.
Yeah, because when I first met him, he was always, no,
It's
I
like,
just
no,
kind of wanted to
yeah,
hang out
whatever.
and do my own thing.
Yeah, it's always been like that. And now he's a fucking a puss hound.
Ooh.
He is going for it. It's ridiculous.
All right.
I don't know what the
Go
deal is,
Boomer.
but hey, God bless him.
Absolutely.
God bless. So before we kind of elapse all of our time without getting to anything, there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about here this week. Here, let me pull out my.
Oh, what you reaching for in the drawer there?
There we go.
Oh, you got some.
Got papers.
Got
Show
some
prep.
papers.
Show prep. That's how much I'm taking this new show serious.
It's like a lot of big pictures.
There are a lot of big
It's
pictures.
like more like 3/4 of that page. It's just pictures.
That's
That's not very good prep, dude.
Shut up. It doesn't need much as far as the text goes. I tried to print it out, and it decided to print it out like the biggest picture of Robin Williams that ever
we're
could
talking about
come
Robin
out of
Williams,
this.
yeah.
Well,
Sad.
obviously, I mean, we've all kind of heard the shitty news that
absolutely.
He died, and it sounded like he
Killed
might
him.
have been the one who pulled the trigger, so to speak,
Oh,
on that.
Jesus.
Wrap the
There's a
belt.
rope. I mean,
Pulled the trigger
It was-
of
it was a belt.
asphyxiation.
Was a belt?
Yeah,
I don't know. It was terrible.
like a door or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And they're really vague about how he killed himself. It's like
They
No,
should
asphyxiation.
be.
No, they came out about it.
Did they say hanging?
It was a
Well, yeah, it was a hanging. They
belt.
knew that. They knew it was from
like his closet door.
From his Oh, okay.
He
Like
wasn't-
from like the handle, like you
Yeah.
were sitting on the ground and like
Dude, they did him like oh man, the dude from The Wire. I can't even think of his name.
yeah, sure.
Oh my God! Why can't I think of his goddamn
Exactly
name?
right.
Just like that.
Sure.
Oh man, they did him
Sensitive
like
prick.
D'Angelo Barksdale. They killed him like that. Shit,
So was a belt okay?
that really sucks.
Yeah. Well, I guess apparently he tried to like slit his wrist with a pocket knife, and
Yeah, I
then
heard
he,
that.
they didn't work out. So, he,
I mean, it's just so sad.
So okay, wait,
Yeah.
when did he do that?
well, that was before the strangling.
Because then he ended up going to rehab, right?
Well, no, that was.
Or did he cut his wrist and then he said,
Well,
"Ah,
you
fuck
got
this,
the
this
prep,
isn't
dude. I
working."
don't know what you got over
yeah,
there.
did you
I didn't
read
I didn't-
anything?
No, I didn't read
He's
the
printed it.
details regarding his death. I know he's dead.
I just printed
I know
it.
the guy's dead. Okay.
He was going through a lot of problems, you know. Like he had he had like a wife and shit. The ex-wife that was sucking a lot of his money from him, and at least that's what I heard.
She
And,
should feel horrible.
you know, there was a lot of crap going on.
Okay.
Like he was getting back into cocaine and
Getting
shit
back.
like that.
Oh, good.
yeah,
he was
Doesn't sound
getting
good.
that's what I heard.
And it's just a sad story. And I mean, it's kind of interesting now. You see all the posts and everything now about all the mental illnesses,
A lot
Like,
of rumors, though.
how to deal with people who are having mental illness issues and things like that, trying to find the signs. And it's kind of sad that this is now what's making it all kind of known. Even though we've had a lot of the school shootings and things that have gone around that have been due to people
Right.
with mental illness, and
Right.
like that can't give it the attention that it needs. But a beloved actor kills himself, and
Right.
that kind of does. But
It's
no, it's a sad, huge sad story.
You know, it's weird to like. It was weird to look at the news and just think like, fuck, Robin Williams, like this dude who's obviously just got so much nostalgia built up for everybody out there.
I mean, he spanned
gone.
generations. You know, he spanned our
Yeah.
parents' generation with Mork and Mindy. You know, he's done the kids' movies, he's done the adult movies, he's done the serious movies, the comedies. He's touched so many people with so many different things that it's hard for people not to be sad. I mean, we grew
Right.
up with him with Aladdin, Jumanji. You know, every
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire, every part of our childhood, we had a little piece of Robin Williams. Whether it was the
Pretty much.
cartoon growing
That's-
up with Aladdin,
You know,
we were
actually,
getting a little bit older, so we could handle Jumanji, Mrs. Doubtfire stuff.
I think maybe next week I'll actually pull the picture down for you guys. But my closest connection to Robin Williams here is way back in what I like to call the day. When I was in high school, we did like a Disney themed choir show. I was in the choir back then, and this was back when I could walk. And so,
Oh wait, I think
yeah, I've told you this before. I might have actually said it on the show before. I painted myself from my waist up
That's the genie.
as the genie. I have pictures of it somewhere. I'll have to pull them down somewhere.
I haven't
and
seen
show it
those
to you.
yet. That would be pretty cool.
It's pretty hilarious actually. But in memory, in dedication here to Mr. Robin Williams, I think there's a certain song that ought to be played. You could shampoo.
Huh.
There we go. There we go. So I've got a nice little story regarding Robin Williams. So sadly, the poor man is dead. Really? Damn, okay, my sound effects apparently don't work.
Oh,
Well, wasn't
sorry.
that fun? Oh, did you turn it down? Let
Sorry.
me try that again. We'll go.
Sorry.
Robin Williams is dead. Had to get one in here today. So what is the
been
best
itching.
way? What is the best way that you could commemorate somebody in the video gaming world? Remember, we're on twitch.tv/the_Diaz_show. So we got to keep it to video games a little bit here. So what's a good way to commemorate somebody in the video game world?
Probably put them in a video game.
Put them in a video game. What's one of the biggest video games out there?
For console, PC.
Just overall.
Oh, World of Warcraft.
Wow, that was a great guess. So that's exactly what they're going to do. Blizzard has come out and said that from a petition that was on change.org, they actually petitioned already that they put an NPC of Robin Williams in the game. And so apparently he used to play World of Warcraft a lot.
did he?
Yeah, and he joked about his World of Warcraft addiction. Apparently among one of his many addictions. So he's going to be put in there. I don't know when exactly, but they said, yes, we're taking care of it, and he will appear as an NPC of some kind in the game.
That's good.
Yeah. I think that's kind of a neat way to show appreciation for somebody, because I guess they're going to put some of his material in there as well.
Oh, that's cool that it's something that he supported and he liked. But I feel it's just like out of the blue, like, oh, we're going to commemorate Robin Williams. I mean, if he didn't like it, and that's like, like they're just doing that just to like, it feels like to me like they're trying to like grasp at Robin Williams, like they're trying to draw people, like
yes and no,
riding on the coattails or the coffin as it goes into the grave or whatever.
Dude, I think you might be being a hair cynical, maybe a little bit. You might be right.
If I didn't know, that he didn't like it or something, that's kind of like what I would think.
Well, sure,
they should put him in everything.
I mean, I agree. Robin Williams is amazing.
Whether it's a movie about him or not, they should just have, like, say it's a horror movie and they're in a scary house, and like just like a picture of him, like him on the wall. Not saying he's a ghost or anything, but I'm just saying like he should just be in They should commemorate him with everything that they do from here on out.
Is there a fat head? Can I get a fat head of Robin Williams?
Who's the fat heads of Robin Williams?
I want to put him right over there.
Jesus
fat
Christ.
Head of Robin Williams, so he's looking at me as I'm sleeping.
Now he's gonna turn into fucking Marilyn Monroe or something. Jesus.
Now there's been multiple celebrity deaths over the years.
Yeah.
It's always sad. It's like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like when Brittany Murphy died, it's like, oh, that sucks. I liked her in this and this, but okay.
I saw her in 2 movies.
I know Michael Jackson was a huge one.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, that's really sad. That's gonna affect the music industry a little bit. But I'm like, okay. I think with this death though, it's touched so many people, and I was actually legitimately kind of sad.
You mean
like I felt sorrow. Like I was like, man, that kind of sucks. And I was reading, because there's been so many people and so many lives that he's touched. I was reading a bunch of stories that other comedians had. There's one from Norm Macdonald that's actually really, really good.
Hey, Robin Williams and I were out doing a little bit of stand up.
Norm Macdonald was,
and then he died.
Jesus,
how did that happen?
Actually, not bad. Norm Macdonald, it's not terrible. But Norm was getting ready to go on, I think, Letterman. And he was in the green room, his very first show on Letterman, and he was going on after Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And then Robin Williams came in and acted like a Chinese tailor, and was like fitting him into his clothes and doing his
Chinese
tie
tailor.
and like measuring his inseam.
I can barely see anything. My eyes are so closed.
And Norm Macdonald's like the funniest man
Where's
alive.
my tape measure? Oh, it's right by your dick.
is dressing me. Like Robin was that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He was a man of the people.
Yeah, he was a good guy. I mean, this is one of those that hurts. Like, God, this is gonna sound really sad, because it's like you feel weird being authentically sad for somebody that you've never met before, but they've touched your life in a lot of crazy ways. I haven't felt this bad since fucking Steve Jobs died.
You know what it is,
like,
man?
This hit me pretty much as much as that did.
I thought about this a lot, man,
Yeah.
and this is what I came to. It's it's we might not have known him at all, but the thing is, these films and these television shows, and these stand-up specials, and everything, the things we like about that, it's a piece of art. It moves us, it makes us think, it makes us feel joy and happiness, and it's something that it's going to stay with us forever. It becomes a piece of us,
right?
And that's really what it is. And it's that brand of humor and in acting, that's extinguished. It's gone.
Right.
So
I mean, he does have 4 movies coming out, which is going to be really weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always that weird period where, like, when James Gandolfini died. Like, shit, I think there's still movies of his coming out. What's his face?
Ledger.
Paul Walker.
Heath Ledger, too. Yeah.
Oh, Paul Walker. It breaks my heart that the new Fast and Furious movie's coming. Oh, man, it's like my favorite franchise. Okay, let's talk about Robin Williams, not Paul Walker. He had his time. He's dead.
Banging a 16-year-old.
yeah, it's just like
Lucky son of a bitch.
if there's a band,
he died like we all should live.
Jesus. There's like a band you really like, and they break up,
Yeah.
You know, and that's gone. That's gone forever.
Right.
When
It's
somebody
like you can't
dies,
have it back.
like Michael Jackson, like we were saying, you know, and that's that iconic thing that was a part of you. You know, it was a part of everyone, you know, that was
of course.
exposed to it, you know, that was affected and touched by it, you know, and it's gone.
He's also one of those people that not a lot of people disliked. It
was hard to. How did you dislike Robin Williams?
No, exactly. See, with Michael Jackson, there were a lot of people who
people
liked him,
that were-
and there was a lot of people who didn't
A lot
like
of
him.
haters, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, with Paul Walker, you know, a lot of people thought he was a terrible actor, so they really didn't care.
Well, he
you
wasn't
know,
a great actor.
he
He was
wasn't.
good as Brian O'Connor.
But with Robin
about it.
Williams, if you didn't like him in one facet of his work, then there was multiple others to choose from.
Yeah, I mean, in listening to like you know, the different podcasts and radio shows that I listen to, the interesting thing was like I would kind of hear exactly what you just mentioned. Like people would say, "Oh, you know, I loved him in, you know, whatever show, but his stand-up sucked," or I didn't like him in this, but I liked his stand-up. You know, like there was always some way that people could appreciate him. So that's got to be kind of nice. You know, there's actually an interesting piece that was written by Jim Norton for Time. I think it was like why the funniest people are often the saddest. Very, very interesting. Very interesting little
Comedy
piece.
comes from a very, very dark
Oh,
place.
of course it does. Like when
Good
listening to Opie and Anthony, I mean, like they have comics on. Well, now fucking every day now that Anthony's gone, Opie and Jim get guys in every single day. And you know, over the years, you listen to these guys and you really hear the shit that they have to deal with, whether it's like addiction, whether they're into drugs and all this kind of shit. And like I've seen plenty of them die. And you know, like Greg Giraldo and I'm trying to think
Mitch
of
Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg, exactly. You know, and some of them just die out of nowhere, like Patrice O'Neill and Otto from Otto and George.
John Belushi.
You know, like, but these guys
Farley.
all are just like insanely flawed people, and you know, it's sad to think that, you know, like Robin Williams was one of those people because of. You look at this guy, you can't help but smile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
You know, they say, man, they say comedy equals tragedy plus time.
Yep.
That's what they say, man.
It just
And
all
those
depends
people have
on-
been dealing with that fucked up shit their whole life.
Who's
It
they?
just all depends
Who's
on
they?
who.
Who says that?
It just all depends on how they can handle it, how they can deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, can they handle it in a good way where, you know, it may affect them a little bit, but not to the extreme of killing yourself or possibly turning to drugs. You know.
Yeah.
But that lifestyle, though, it's in a way, it's the rock star mentality. You're in a different city every weekend. You're surrounded by a bunch of different people, shady, seedy people, because, you know, comedy clubs, they probably don't have the most, at least a lot of them, they probably don't have the most stand-up people running those types of places.
Stand-up people.
You know, you're
They got lots of
lonely.
stand-up people in them.
If you have family, you're away from them. So you're always surrounded by just strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a person, you know, you kind of succumb to some influences that may come your way. And it's like, yeah, okay, maybe I don't want to do that. But when you get surrounded by a bunch of people, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll take that bump. And then, you know, it leads to other things and so on. And next thing you know, you have a comedian who's found in their hotel room with an accidental overdose.
Yeah. It's a real shame, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously had some demons he had to deal with, and it's, you know, and they ended up swallowing him whole. You know, he couldn't deal with them. It's really
hard
fucking.
to swallow with them.
You know, we didn't know
Belt
him.
around your neck.
You're a
Oh
horrible
God,
person.
I know. Sorry.
We didn't
I
know
had
him
to go
personally,
there.
and I guess it's kind of selfish that, you know, we in a way that we feel sad, you know, because it's.
Is it? I don't think it is.
I think it might be a little.
No, absolutely not. I don't think it's selfish to. No, not at all.
Bit. No.
No. Why is it selfish?
Well, because
Feel
like,
sorrow.
We're mourning a loss. It's just a loss in a very different sense of the word.
well, he's just not going to be affecting your life anymore.
In a way.
So-
That's what
it's-
happens with death. When people die, they don't
Yeah.
affect your life anymore.
Well, you know what I mean, like.
You won't be able to enjoy his movies, his TV,
Yeah.
His new ones.
right, exactly.
You can always go back and enjoy the old ones.
Yeah, that's all of that. You know what I'm. Never mind.
No, we don't know what you're
No,
saying.
I get you. You're just a confused little boy.
There's nothing added to. No, just. I'm just gonna stop.
Shit, did you know we've been on for almost 2 hours now?
No, we haven't.
Bro, do you want to look at the clock?
Yeah, I want to look at the clock.
Yeah. Let me.
We have been on for nearly an hour.
I don't think so.
Barely an hour.
Why don't you look at that right
You know,
there?
Grow for a little bit of an hour, maybe.
Yeah, because we started after.
Oh, you know what? This thing always starts.
Going for almost
He,
an hour.
he says that we've been going for 2 hours every week.
No,
Yeah.
And it's not ever that.
Look
it's
at the
barely
clock
over
right
an
there.
hour.
Look at that.
Yeah, well, you should know how to
It
read.
fooled me. I'm sorry.
It's the first.
It's
track
exactly 1 hour now.
Is 55.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
First track.
I was gonna say it
55
didn't
minutes,
feel like
44
it didn't
seconds.
feel like 2 hours.
Yeah, because it hasn't been 2 hours.
Okay. Well, good.
Jesus,
Just calm down.
just train wrecking everything.
Well, no, I'm just.
And you have a terrible sense of time.
I do. Well, dude, when we sit here and we talk, it goes fucking fast. I'm sorry.
It does. I'm not saying
Goes
it
very
doesn't
fast.
because our hour is up and now it's time to go home.
Are we only doing an hour?
No, we can do a little bit more because we haven't been talking for an hour. There was like 15 minutes of music in front of that.
That you recorded?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I hit record a long time ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No. Well, good to know. I don't think you did. That's okay. So in some more fun news. I don't know if this applies to any of us because we're all smart and we all own Xboxes.
I don't know. This guy.
Yeah, dude, what do you have?
Oh, I have an Xbox. It's kind of fucked up though.
The 360?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a PlayStation?
I've got PlayStation 2 and a normal PlayStation and,
Okay.
and a PS1 with a mobile monitor.
That's actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
Right on. A little MGS.
Yeah.
OG MGS.
Play it in your car.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
While you're driving.
Yeah.
Real safe.
Cake, what game systems do you have?
Drive with your knees, play with your hands.
I just have a 360 and a 1.
Nice. Got a 360.
I have a
You have like two of my
I have a
360s.
64 somewhere hidden.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
How
got
many of my
I got
Xboxes do you
64
have?
too.
Well, I have one. The other one, red ringed, it died. Blew up.
yeah.
But I have one.
My
One
little
of yours.
that white one that you're using.
That's the OG.
That's the OG. Like
Oh,
I
there's no
got
HD. There's no. I mean, it's just regular RGB
Yeah,
plug-in. There's
component.
no HDMI in the back, and that thing's still kicking because Devin still uses that. 'Cause I gave that.
Oh, does he?
I gave that to the living room so he could play with us because I bought the Slim.
Ah, okay.
So I got the Slim in my room and I got the white one out in the living room so he could start playing video games
Nice.
because he was a little sad.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're playing Call of Duty, and I have this PS3 that I don't play. I'm like, well, here, since I had to buy one for the Wi-Fi,
Right.
here you can have this. And then he went and bought the little Wi-Fi adapter for it, and
nice.
plays Call of Duty with us. But he also has a 1 now. Also, everybody's upgraded to the 1.
Oh, okay, right on. Very cool. Very cool. I want my OG Xbox back, man. I'm putting that thing like in a trophy case.
That thing
The
should.
fact that it made it without red ringing once,
Yeah,
like it's
probably the only one.
It's truly
it probably is the
testament.
only one. That thing's a beast. Anyways, so personally, I have Xbox One. That's my my current console. I've got the 360. I've got a PS3. I've got a Wii. Which actually, I just pulled out my Wii recently.
Yeah, you did.
And played Smash Bros. I forgot how fun that game was.
They're coming out with a Smash Bros 3DS.
Yeah,
Did you hear that?
that's actually pretty cool.
Hey, I don't know where you were going with this, but I'm just going to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sidebar. What are your opinions on the Vita? Because I know you have one.
I have one. Look at it's right.
And the reason
here.
why I ask is because I am planning on getting a PS4.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I don't
My
know how
PS
soon.
Vita
I don't know
right
about
here.
how soon.
Look at that webcam. PS Vita
With
It's got
watermarks all over it, used
dunk
as
on the
a.
screen.
You take care of your stuff like a 3-year-old.
So what do you
Shut up, dickhead.
what exactly do you do with it? I know it's a
what do you do with
PlayStation, but fuck, I mean,
What
what do you do?
What do you do with this device?
Yeah.
It's got buttons. It's got a screen. What happens? Okay, so yeah, if I had to summarize my experience,
because they just came out with the Slim.
yeah, which from the reviews,
It's the same.
a lot of people are saying the screen is actually better on the original.
Because it's an LCD versus an LED.
Right. But if I had to summarize my experience with the Vita, I would say that I spent most of my time on the Vita playing PlayStation 1 games like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. I did get
Let me
a
see
current game for it. It's not charged.
Oh, I just want to
So
hold
how exactly does that? Did you have to buy like little mini discs for it, or
No, like you can download it right off of PlayStation Network.
got
no,
like
I know
internal
the
memory?
The memory card. No, The old one does not. The new one does have 1 gig of internal memory.
Which is nice because I think I've got 32 megabytes.
How the fuck do you get it on
gig.
there?
Memory cards that you have to specifically buy for the
Wi-Fi.
Vita.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
So that was annoying. So recently, I did get a game specifically for it. That's a new game, kind of. I bought the Final Fantasy X remaster. So it's still an old game, but they re-released it recently. So I got the remaster, and that thing came, I think, with like a handful of gig. I don't know if it's like a 32 gig or something like that. I had to clear off so much stuff just to be able to play one portion of that game. So like I had to kill all my other.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not great. So I've played the remaster on that, and I've played Assassin's Creed Liberation. And don't get me wrong, you know what? As far as handheld gaming goes, design-wise, that thing's tits.
It has the. I mean, I do like the joysticks. I do like that it has that. Now,
I
the reason why
love the Vita, but there are pretty much next to no games on it that actually interest me for, you know. And, you know, we've got someone in the chat room saying, I want a Vita for, I thought you said some reason. One reason. Let's see. PlayStation, was that PlayStation 2 on the Vita with people who play PC? I don't know what that means.
Hugh, explain yourself. No, I'm thinking about getting a PS4, and I know with the Vita is that you can play your PS4 game, the real PS4 game on your Vita.
Oh, is that right?
So it's like if you're playing your PS4, it's like, I gotta go take a dump, but I don't want to quit playing.
Really?
You can beam it over to your Vita, and you can continue playing your game on your Vita.
I'll tell you what, that makes me want to buy a PS4.
Right. Because
I take dumps every morning, and my dumps take like an hour. If I knew that I could play a PlayStation game,
like Uncharted or something.
That's the only reason right now that I will buy a PS4 is once Uncharted 4 comes out.
I want to play Last of Us 2 as well.
Last of Us 2?
No, I'm just saying.
You mean also? Yeah. It's a good game. It's a good game, but I don't know. I wasn't like as amazed with it as everybody else was. I think Uncharted jaded me to that game, which is interesting because they're both Naughty Dog games. But Uncharted is so much more fast-paced than The Last of Us. The Last of Us is one of those games that is very suspenseful. And they do an excellent job at being suspenseful. And now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm like, okay, this really was a great game. Because there are like some of these enemies that you come across. Some of them, it's not like a shooter where you can just like, okay, run around a corner, boom, 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 boom. Run around another corner, boom, 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 boom. Run around another corner, boom, 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 and then he's gone.
Right.
You know, this is like, you're fucked. You can't beat him. So you need to figure out how the fuck you're going to get around him and how he's not going to be able to get to you.
So you don't necessarily defeat the boss or the enemy. You have to outthink the enemy.
In some cases, yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, there are some really frustrating portions of the game
but
because
that's
of that.
great, though.
No, you're right. It is great. I'm a very like cutscene driven kind of person to the point where a lot of the times like I play just to get to the cutscenes. And someone here in the chat was saying like story is what makes it great, and he's right. The story in The Last of Us is really good, and it has a really good twist. And I'm not going to say anything to kind of spoil that. There's a great twist in that game. Again, though, some of those sequences, they're almost like too hard to get past because you have kind of limited resources. And, you know, if something approaches you the wrong way, you're fucked.
Right.
So, again, in that sense, and again, the more I explain it, the more I'm actually selling this game to myself. I really actually like this game a lot.
Sometimes it's what it takes. I've done that, too, where I've said something is, that's just mediocre. And then when you start explaining it, you're like, oh, that's actually not too bad.
Right.
All right.
It's like I didn't like it for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? The black guy dies. No shit. You know what? Yeah, if you see anybody black in that game, he's pretty much dead. Not a huge spoiler for that. It's certainly not a huge spoiler for this game because mostly everybody does. It's a hell of a story. I don't think it needs a sequel, though.
No.
And I think they're going to give it one. And I think they're actually about to try to get a movie going.
Is it movie worthy?
You know what? The game's a movie.
I mean, yeah, they pretty much are now.
The game is an interactive movie. Like Naughty Dog specifically, they have a knack for creating cinematic experiences that are interactive. So, and that's one of my favorite things about Uncharted is that, like, I could be shooting guys and a building is falling down at the same time. It's great. I'm inside this flick.
Right.
It's the coolest thing ever. As far as movies go, they're gonna cut down what is an awesome game, a great story. They're gonna cut it down from being, let's call it a 6 hour long, probably longer movie to being an hour and a half, 2 hours. Are they really going to be able to capture the magic that is the game?
That's a problem with everything, though. Books, same thing with books. They do that all the time.
Right, and in some cases they do a really great job. I mean, you look at the fucking Hunger Games. You know what? Actually, I can't speak to that because I haven't read the books. I just like the movies. But like Harry Potter, you know, they cut out a shit ton of stuff. They still made it good. So they were. I mean, you're able to do it, but I don't know. I guess having played the game,
I don't think that's not stopping me from wanting a movie for other games.
Right.
BioShock, Halo.
See, I would like
games
to,
like that.
I would like for them to do it
deserve
like
movies.
when it looks like Halo. You know, they are.
Well, like with Halo, they could do multiple. They could.
Well, I would
BioShock,
like
they
to
could
see
do
them
multiple
do
as well.
something that's not based directly on the game. Like have them, you know, use the same characters, but have them doing something different.
I could see that.
You know, make
That's
it
fine. BioShock, though, I think would need to follow the story.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
100% needs to.
BioShock
follow.
would be great.
Oh,
I think.
it'd be amazing.
I think you could cut a lot of the fat off of something like that. Like, don't get me wrong, the entire experience, at least from what I've heard, because I've only played through BioShock Infinite, but using the same logic on BioShock Infinite, you could cut out a lot of that stuff and still make a freaking great movie.
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta tell you though, if the Halo movie was anything like District 9,
Oh God,
that would have been awesome. And it was. That's essentially what it was.
Well, it was the same director,
It
and
was-
the dude had the passion for that.
they were
for
making
Halo.
the props and the weapons. and
Yeah, a lot
shit.
of that was for Halo.
That was for Halo.
You're right.
The vehicles and
Yeah,
shit. I
yeah.
mean, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
More of that shit too was in what the fuck was that? That space station movie and shit. That
Elysium.
Elysium was like an extension of that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you can tell Neil
ships.
Blomkamp wants to make a fucking Halo movie.
Yeah.
And in 2 movies he's done that, except he hasn't put the Halo, a moniker on
it's
it.
possible if it's in the right hands, I think.
I kind of like what they're doing right now is instead of focusing on a movie, they're focusing on building their universe, which is something that a lot of game franchises don't do.
Yeah.
And the Halo universe, to me, is second only to Star Wars. Their universe is just as vast. There's just as many stories that can be told within that. And they're starting to do that. So, we see with Halo 4, it depended a little bit more on the books. You kind of had to know some of the books, which some people loved. Like for me, I'm into all the books that have come out. Some people don't like that. They're like, oh, well, it wasn't in the game, so I don't know who the didact is. I get that. I understand that because it was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Huh? So it was kind of like, whoa, okay, I don't get it. So I get their concerns. But now for the next one, for Halo Guardians, which I guess is going to be Halo 5,
Okay.
they're starting to do some world building by including this Halo Nightfall, which is essentially a series from Ridley Scott. That's coming out with the Master Chief Collection in November.
So Ridley Scott's actually writing the stories for it?
I think he produced it. He was involved with it pretty closely. And there's another series that's going to be led with Steven Spielberg. So they've got some good people involved here. They're creating content that's not necessarily movies based exactly on like, oh, this is a movie based on Halo 1.
Okay.
This is, okay, here's another side of our universe. This Halo Nightfall series is introducing a playable character that's going to be in Halo Guardians.
Oh, wow.
So these guys are starting to take the ideals of the Xbox One, where it's game and entertainment focused, and applying it to a franchise. And a lot of people give Xbox One shit for being entertainment based. but I love it. That's one of my reasons why I have an Xbox One right now instead of a PS4. Right now I'm looking at us on our feed through Twitch on my Xbox. I like to watch TV. Kate can tell you probably 90% of my time spent on my Xbox One is being spent watching TV.
You basically bought a $500 cable box.
I bought a $500 cable box that I use on my Apple TV. It's not even on my cable box. I'm not even able to look at like the TV listings and all that shit. You know, I love the fact that it's entertainment based, and I don't think enough people recognize how good it is to mix some of that with video gaming because it's all in the same universe, connected. I think it's great, and I love what they're doing with Halo.
I haven't touched any of that. Those features that
Really?
are on the one, I haven't touched it. I've just been gaming on it.
Yeah, and you know that's what I love about this too is that, you know, I've got this, and this is such a fantastic experience for what I want it to be. And shit, you just want to play Call of Duty, and you're able to play Call of Duty without having to worry about any of that extra fluff that that I love. It's great.
Just kind of sad
It's
to pay $500 for that though, especially with the first price drop.
I know the first price drop being within less than a year. Oh, that's kind of annoying. But whatever. That's what it is.
I do like to connect though a little bit. Not for the motion part of it. I think that's some of the most annoying
part.
It's just all I like yelling at it.
I love the commands. Xbox turn off. Shit, it's gonna turn off.
Yep.
No. No. Oh God. Stop listening. Oopsie. I mean, that's what's great about this is that
Xbox, go fuck yourself.
I need to put that command in there somehow. It transforms.
Well, I'm just glad they didn't do like a Siri kind of thing with that. Siri.
What do you think about that fucking Cortana shit, dude? What do you think?
You know
about
what?
That?
I was so mad.
They're gonna turn the dark side.
About a year ago, maybe sooner than a year. I don't know. They announced that on the Microsoft phones they were going to put Cortana on the phone. You know, obviously you know who Cortana is, right?
No.
Cortana is the little AI chick from Halo.
Oh, okay.
So
the blue chick.
Yeah,
hangs out.
They were going to put her into the Windows phone like Siri.
Siri, okay.
And they said originally that the voice was going to be Jen Taylor, which is the lady who actually voices Cortana. I got to tell you, for a moment I was thinking about getting a Windows phone just to have in my pocket so I could be like, hey, Cortana, just like, I don't know, say something stupid.
I'm getting chills.
I know it's fuccking douche chill.
It's worse than Siri.
but
and Microsoft phones are worse than anything. It's a placeholder device.
I would kill for my phone to say, "Bet you can't stick them." Oh my God! I would just I'd throw my iPhone into the street.
We'll just have Siri call you that. Just change your name.
But it needs to be in Cortana's voice. I want Cortana in my pocket. But you know what the nice thing about this is that I heard recently that they are going to use this Cortana, but it's not going to be voiced by Jen Taylor. It's just going to be Siri.
I've seen the
but
commercials.
it's going to be called Cortana.
Yeah, it sounds a lot different. That's for sure.
Does it? I need to actually see one of the commercials of it sometime, because. Yeah, but then again, if I was wrong and they are using Jen Taylor, again, I might get a Windows phone.
Oh, they're talking so much shit about Siri in that commercial, dude. Oh my God.
Of course they are.
That's all ad campaigns are nowadays.
Sorry, Cortana, if you're voiced by Jen Taylor, that's the only advantage you have over Siri.
It's totally
Siri
not.
blows.
And don't get me wrong, I don't really like Siri that much.
No, nobody does.
Siri was fantastic when it first came out.
Because it was a little bit different. It worked better than most voice command things.
No, it worked better than it works now.
Oh, does it? It got worse?
Absolutely. There are so many times when I say something to Siri and say, like, find Aerosmith on my iPad.
Did you say Justin Bieber?
Right, exactly. It's like, can't find this right now. And then I go and I'm like, look, it's right fucking here. And I'm tapping on Aerosmith and playing it. It's there, you douchebag.
I don't know. I mean, most of that stuff you can find faster just by searching with your thumb anyways.
Well, you're right. But, say if I'm driving. I'm like, okay, let's go Let's listen to. Why can't I think of anybody aside from Aerosmith? That's sad. Let's listen to Motley Crue.
I knew you were gonna say.
There we go. Let's listen to Metallica.
Isn't the
then.
one song you got by Motley Crue?
Right. Let's listen to my one song by Motley Crue there. And it's like, oh, what the fuck is Motley Crue, Diaz? You know, you want it to just happen fast, and
Yes.
it doesn't anymore. So Siri sucks.
That's most technology, though. It's always like one step forward and like two steps back.
People are telling me it's supposed to be Jen Taylor. God damn it! If it's Jen Taylor, I'm buying a Windows Phone. It's gonna happen. I'm
Don't
sorry,
buy a Windows Phone.
dude.
I saw the
buy a
commercial.
Windows
I can't
and
pass
it
up.
didn't sound like her. I don't
I
know.
can't pass up Cortana in my pocket.
For the quality of the phone, you can.
I do want a new iPhone. Shit.
Ugh.
This is going to be a conundrum when this comes up.
Ugh. Poor Diaz.
Yeah.
He's so jaded.
I don't even know, dude.
He's jaded by the ways.
I'm jaded by him being jaded with a stack of iPhones. Over
Oh
there.
my gosh. I walked into his closet earlier, and it was just probably 6 or 7 iPhone boxes, 4 iPad boxes. It's just ridiculous.
It's just Apple and Lego. That's what everything is in this room, dude.
Soon, probably in about 5-6 years, he'll just be able to open up a Lego Apple store.
Oh God.
People will just be able to come in.
Well, he has
buy
a
Lego
Lego
set,
Apple store. It's right
update
over there.
He does. He did make an Apple store out of
He has a
Legos.
Lego Apple store.
I definitely did.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it. Can someone in the chat room find an actual video of this? Because I'm having trouble finding it. I need to hear if it's actually Jen Taylor. God damn it.
I hope it is, and then you buy a crappy phone.
I will only buy the phone. I won't even connect it to the network. It'll be on Wi-Fi just so I can say, "Hey, Cortana," you know. I just want
To spend $600 on a phone just to have a voice.
Cortana died on Halo 4. Okay, so I want her back.
Just
I'm
put in
very
Halo
sad.
4. Record sound bites and keep them in your iPhone. Make all of your ringtones
Actually, you know
and
what?
text message tones her.
I
And that
really
way,
should.
you
Put 'em
can
on
hear
your
her
sound
all day
effect
long.
pad.
You know, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have Cortana
No, don't do
effects.
that.
I'm gonna have
That's a
Cortana
terrible-
effects next week.
That was a terrible suggestion, Shampoo.
No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna play all through Halo 4 here and
As
Halo
long as you
1
play
and
the
whatnot.
Clockwork Orange stuff along with the Cortana.
Oh, here we go.
we
Hold
should
on.
be
What
good
are you
to
talking
go.
about? Are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Or maybe after trying some wine? Would you like some wine?
Yes.
No, my health doesn't allow it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right.
Love that movie.
Oh man, it's great stuff. Anyways, what?
What?
What does that look?
That's just a look.
Oh, apparently it's on my Facebook wall. Let's see. Let's see if we can find. Good evening. Here it
Have you
is.
found it?
Does it have a video? Let's see. I see this buffering.
Now, is there anything that you would buy,
has
Shampoo,
captured the-
that if they had a specific voice on there of anything?
He's not as much of a nerd as I am.
I don't know. I guess if it was something really cool, like something like the voice of Satan, or something like hanging out with me, that'd be kind of cool.
message, dick.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
That'd be pretty fun. I don't
That's
know,
creepy.
like yeah, that or like maybe like someone like kind of famous. You know, like you have those stupid like famous people ringtones.
Right.
You know, like if they were somehow like able to like take their voice, like you know that one episode of South Park where they had like Chef got axed off the show and they just took sound bites.
Yeah,
of
Yes,
Chef,
yes,
And they
yes.
made an whole. If that was like in my phone, like kind of like that, you know, some famous person's voice, you know, like from like all the movies and shit they were from, that'd be kind of cool.
Have like your own soundboard
don't
so you can
know.
like put it together. All right, here let's listen to this really quick. Let's see if we can get a
Have
quick.
like a Christopher Walken tell me what to do or something. Kind of like GPS, you know.
suggestions for things that I might ask. And these suggestions are actually personalized. If you watch them, sometimes she suggests things
Oh,
actually
does
related
she?
to people that she knows
Nerd
about me,
alert.
people that she knows that I
Okay,
know.
shut
How
up,
does
pal.
it compare to the two offerings we have now? Well, Siri, of course, is the most famous of these systems.
Shut up.
You know.
Why can't we just get
This is the worst video.
Okay, Google, how's
No, fuck you, okay, Google. How about Cortana? I don't care.
Google's great. Okay,
This.
okay, Google.
Okay, Google, how do I
This is the worst video in the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Fun, but let's do a bottom line here.
Let's do a bottom line. Yeah, shut up. Okay, that stinks. Thanks. Big thank you to...
Who posted that?
I don't know, but thanks.
Oh.
Anywho... What do you got, Cake?
Nothing. I'm done. I'm done.
Are we done with the show?
I'm gonna grab another beer real quick.
We could if you'd like.
You're gonna grab a beer?
We've been going for almost an hour and a half.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Almost 2 hours. What's that? What's that, Cake? Is that a yes? Yeah. Yeah. Well, why don't you get you another beer here? Sit you back down here. We could talk. We'll start talking next week. So next week, again, for those of you that weren't with us here at the beginning of the show, next week, if you guys are fans of Vine, we've got Jared Stradling coming on the show. He's going to be checking in with us, hanging out with us for the duration of the show. So we're going to be talking his journey through Vine.
I think I found the video. If you want to give me the cord,
Is that right?
I think
Here we go. Let's
I might be able to do this here. I'll give you the audio at least. The stupid commercial I saw.
Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go.
Cortana, when my wife calls, remind me to tell her happy anniversary.
Next time you talk to Caroline, I'll remind you.
Oh, ew, that's not Jen Taylor.
Exactly.
Remind me to get roses when I'm near any flower shop.
Sure thing. Remind you when you get to Flower Shop.
I can't do that either.
Cortana, it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, wow. Thanks for the traffic alert. I better get going.
Now that is a smartphone.
Oh, shut up. Siri can do that. It's called geofencing, you cock. Ugh. I hate. Okay.
See how defensive he is.
No.
He doesn't even work for Apple anymore.
No.
And here's the thing. I did used to work for Apple, as many of you guys know. And these commercials, of course, back then, I would be like insanely defensive. And they still kind of get to me a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I'm very disillusioned by Apple. And, there are plenty of things about them that I don't like. There are plenty of things that I don't like. Don't get me wrong. I've got all Apple products here still. But these fucking commercials that bash on shit that Apple stuff can do.
Barely.
What? No, it can do it. Oh, I'm not even going to do it because no, I'm not going to do it.
What's even better, Android does it better than both of those two products.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. Good for Android. Really glad.
Look, I got an Android here. It's my work phone, man. The operating system sucks on this thing. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That's because it's the work version.
It freaks out all the time. I don't have any apps on this thing, and it still fucking freaks out. But god damn it, I can throw this thing in a fountain. I've done it before, perfectly fine.
Nice.
I've dropped it from like 15 feet up. It didn't land on its face because if it did, then it would have cracked.
What's really cool?
Beat the shit out of this thing.
Do this.
It can have the Diaz Show logo on there. Yes, of course it can.
Okay. So let's see.
That's pretty bad.
Double tap the screen. That's kind of cool.
You can also make it a different pattern if you want. So I can be like boop 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 boop, and then it'll unlock. So it's like a lock code,
right?
But they call it a knock code. That's because there's no buttons. No buttons on the side.
That's bullshit.
They have a couple buttons in the back.
That's sweet. Which phone was that?
This is the new LG G3.
Ooh. Let's see here. I'm gonna take this big ass.
Take the.
Off of it.
Okay, you found the easiest way to do it. I was going to show you.
Oh, look at that. Check that out there, Twitch. God damn, that screen is nice.
1440.
No shit.
Yes, sir. It's the highest quality screen right now.
Wow. God damn. That's a nice looking Diaz Show logo on there.
Yeah, right?
See, I'll tell you what. I do really like a lot of the layout of Android phones.
Well, that's the thing with Android is you can change it.
Yeah,
if you don't like it, you can change it. You can customize every single feature.
Right.
You can change the position of everything as far as the button layout goes. Ugh. What the different buttons can do. So if you want to change the mapping of the buttons, you can do that. But even just the operating system itself everything is customizable one way or another. With having to and then if you want to get super crazy with it, You can get it rooted, and then you can put your own custom operating systems on there.
That sounds pretty cool.
To suit your every need. I mean, it's just basically Android is the phone for people who
what's
want
this
to be able to.
porn on here?
There's a porn on there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's gross.
Yeah, it happens.
Do you have dick pics on here?
No. I don't think so. Don't look.
Should we find out?
I don't think there's dick pics on there.
All right. Oh, this is kind of like a one of those cases that.
It's a 2-piece.
Yeah.
The hard plastic part comes separated from the silicone part.
Yeah. Well,
And then it's easier to put on that way, too, if you take the plastic part off.
I got it. I ain't a fucking rookie who needs to,
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
You've put on
That
plenty
is a
of
nice
silicone
phone.
cases.
It's a nice phone.
Well, you did mess it up.
Did I?
Yeah, you really did.
I put it on backwards.
No.
Oh, that's good.
It's just the corners and stuff are all jankified. I can fix that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, well. But yes, no, next week we are having Jared. Jared Stradling.
Are we going to come back the same day?
Yeah, we're going to do
Wednesday?
it.
We're gonna be back on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Be on the lookout, Internet.
So 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. So wherever you're at, if you're not in Arizona. But we will have him on talking about his success.
Yeah, his great success that we don't have, and I wish we did. But hey, we will one day, right?
That's right.
But first, we'll focus on his. So he'll be here next week. We're going to be starting about the same time that we did today, about 7:30.
Follow us on, if you're on Twitch right now watching us, go ahead and follow the page because it will send you an email when we go live.
Yes, indeed. Please be sure to do that.
Follow the Facebook as well because that way you will know exactly when we go live.
Yep.
Because we will post that.
Yep.
Make sure to go subscribe to our iTunes and our Podbean account. It is the diazshow.podbean.com.
I'm going to try my damnedest to get this video up on YouTube. So be on the lookout for our YouTube account.
Just search The Diaz Show.
Plus, we have our old Laborless video like we were talking about earlier on there. Pretty cool.
And, of course, for those of you that are listening to us through the podcast, be sure next week to check us out at twitch.tv/the_Diaz_show. Come on, interact with the show. We're going to get our phone lines up here once we see that there's plenty of people that may want to call in.
Totally.
We're waiting on you people. So show us your support, and we will make sure that you guys can interact with our show and do all that fun stuff. Anything else, guys? I think we about got it.
That's it.
I think so.
Check out our friends over at Laborless. They apparently their people showed up to support us nice.
Yeah.
So
Socially acceptable on Facebook.
yes, indeed. So check them out. Check out Jared.
Yeah, we'll post
on
links.
Vine.
We'll post links on our Facebook to all those
Yes,
people.
we will. And I think that's about it. So for Shampoo Master,
Later.
my boy Cake,
Yes, sir.
and do I include? He is alive, so the ever living Uncle Thirsty. I'm Diaz, and you've been listening to The Diaz Show. Good night now.